Now, according to Inspire Us, only 1% of the population can bench 225 pounds. That's not a lot. One of the best ways to get a bigger bench is by working out. And everybody knows once you work out, you get a good lift in, you need protein. Protein's amazing. And the best and most simplest ways to get protein, one of them is through a protein shake. So that's what I'm going to show you today. First off, we have your liquid. I use almond milk because I'm allergic to dairy. Not deathly allergic, I can still eat it and consume it, but just better for me to have almond milk. Next we have my Orgain protein, which is also again whey-free and plant-based, so it digests much easily for me. After that, we have this PB Fit. This PB Fit is a peanut butter replacement. It just makes it easier to where I can scoop it into the blender machine instead of having to do what Jay was dealing with a spoon, getting all sticky everywhere. After that, you have your banana, and then your cup, your blender blades, and then finally your blender. Doesn't really matter what size blender and cup you have, as long as it can blend what ingredients you have. First, we're going to take the almond milk and we're going to pour it to about 5/8 full on the cup. This might have to depend on your blender, on the size of it, because some people have much wider blenders that wouldn't work with. You'd have to go a little bit lower. After that, you put in your protein powder. This protein powder, the serving size is only 2 scoops for 20 grams of protein, so I usually like a little bit more protein, so I put in 1.5 times the scoops, which is 3 scoops. And a fun fact is that according to NutriShop, crickets have twice the amount of protein as beef does. So if you ever need a lot of protein really fast, just consume a bunch of crickets. I know it's out there, but why not? After you have your protein put in there, you close your lid so it doesn't spill everywhere, and you get your PB Fit out. With a PB Fit, I use just random scoops that I have from old containers right there, such as about this size. I usually use about 1 scoop to put in here. Another fun fact, according to the National Library of Medicine, is that protein is the most fulfilling macronutrients out of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. So if you ever need to go on a calorie deficit, you need to go on a diet, try to consume a bunch of protein, because then you'll feel fuller and much more energized. Next, we have the banana. And with this, I usually have a knife to cut it up, but we're not allowed knives in here. So you can just break it apart. Depending on the size of your blender, you can also just put in the banana full. So once you have that in, clean your hands off. Nobody likes dirty hands. And you put your blender top on. With the blender top, you want to make sure that it is as tight as possible to where you can still open it, but nothing will leak out. Because I've had it times where you start blending it and then you'll have liquid flying over everywhere and then you are in a mess for the next hour or so. When you blend it, this can be a little bit loud, so watch out. Once you finish with your blending, you have your shake complete, and then you open up the lid. Make sure when you open up the lid, you open it up nice and carefully, because you'll have a drip from the shake. So you want to flip it up so none of the drip goes onto the table. And with that, you have the completed shake. Now I challenge you, the next time you're hungry for breakfast, or you're after a gym workout, I challenge you to make a nice protein shake, because they're really delicious and very filling. Thank you.